Want to grow sweet potatoes in cold climates like Canada? And maybe snag some free heritage seeds too? Welcome back to Fly by the Seat of Your Plants. And if you're new here, it is so nice to finally meet you. I'm Michelle. I live in the Pacific Northwest in Canada. I have a science degree. I've been gardening my whole life since I can remember. But I also have ADHD, so I actually started this channel to keep myself organized. Hopefully it'll keep you organized too. So in Canada, we start sweet potatoes December 1st.
As for supplies, you'll need a container. This can be a nursery tray, a recycled takeout container, or even a small bucket. Sweet potatoes don't need depth at this stage, they just need room to sprout. Next, you'll need a light fluffy soil mix. Sweet potatoes are part of the Convolvulaceae family. It's the same family that morning glories are part of. And fun fact, they're botanically closer to marigolds than they are to regular potatoes. Because of that, they like loose, warm, and well-drained soil, even early on. You'll also need a lid or a plastic wrap that you can loosely place on top. Creating a warm, humid environment is essential for sweet potatoes to break their dormancy and start growing those slips. And if you have one, a grow light would be so helpful.
Hot tip, if you can't afford a grow light, those awful fluorescent lights actually work just as well. Okay, before we get started, can we just talk varieties real quick? So sweet potatoes would prefer a tropical climate, but here in the Pacific Northwest, we've got colder nights and a shorter summer. You're going to want to look for varieties that are northern adaptive or cold hardy.
Beauregard are super reliable and quick maturing. O. Henry is a good white-fleshed option that handles cooler temps as well. And Georgia Jet is one of the fastest maturing, great for northern growers. And if you can't afford the seed sweet potato, that's fine. Just go to the organic section of your grocery store and get some organic sweet potatoes.
The non-organic kind is sprayed with a sprout inhibitor, so they won't root.
Okay, grab your container, fill it with light soil, and nestle your sweet potato right on top. If you bury it, it gets too moist and it'll just rot. We just want to keep it evenly warm and moist to activate the meristem tissue. It'll help wake that potato up. To start producing new shoots, sweet potatoes need at like 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, which is about 70 to 80 Fahrenheit.
So now if you're not from the Pacific Northwest or you're not from a cold, wet climate, you might be wondering why I'm making such a fuss over the humidity. We have such a humidity problem that we buy dehumidifiers. And my plants hate me for it. But I mean, we got solutions. Because we heat with wood, I throw mine close to the fireplace, but if we had other source of heat, that's where I would put it. Just wouldn't put it next to a cold window just yet. It does not need light at this stage. As soon as you see those leaves starting to pop up, that's when you want to throw the light on.
Good airflow will prevent mold issues, so just leave that lid open just a crack. But when those leaves start to pop, place your container under a grow light or near the brightest window you have. As for the water method, take your sweet potato, prop it up with some toothpicks over a cup or a jar, and fill it with water so the bottom third is submerged. And then go ahead and throw this right on the bright windowsill. I do mine next to a cold window and they don't seem to be bothered by it. After a few weeks, the potato will start rooting in the water, and after a few more weeks, it'll look like this. And it's about that time you'll start to notice the slips growing. Now here's where you pinch those slips off and place them in a cup of water to form roots. The downside to this method is that the slips are not as strong, and you have an extra step of having to plant them into the soil and hope that they take. I find there's a better success rate if you place them in water first to let them grow a root base, but you have to watch them very carefully because they're making those roots with what little nutrients they're already holding. If the leaves start to yellow, get them into soil right away, it might already be too late. That's why I prefer the soil method. What I love about these guys is once they've established in soil, they propagate as easy as a pothos. That's why I like to start mine in December, so I have months of time to propagate as many slips as I possibly can.
All right, so it's the moment y'all been waiting for. So I'm giving away some free seeds. These are heritage marigold seeds. They are so beautiful. They're the biggest marigolds I've ever seen anywhere. If you want a chance to win those heritage seeds, this is what you gotta do. You just drop a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about in the future. And then I'll send you a DM and I'll ask for your address. No, it's not gonna be creepy. I'll just mail you some seeds.
This is small town Canada. It's what we do here. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Love you.